Hi friends, it's Miss Sarah and welcome to another round of First Chapter Friday. Today I'm going to be reading the beginning of Rewind by Lisa Graff, and this book is kind of like a time-traveling sci-fi book, and it follows a 12-year-old girl named McKinley who hates her town. She thinks it's really boring, nothing ever happens, except once a year they have a time hop party where the town picks a random year that's already happened, and they have a whole party themed after it. And this year is 1993. So McKinley is super excited. She's gonna have the best parachute pants. She is ready for a time hop fashion show, but then some crazy disaster happens that ruins everything. McKinley ends up being time warped back into 1993. And the only way for her to escape is for her to make a big change in her life. She doesn't know what she's gonna choose, but she has to think of something or she might be stuck in 1993 forever, and that means no internet, no cell phones, so hopefully she can get back to her time. So let's read the beginning. Intro, Another Night. In most ways, Dept, Pennsylvania was just like any other small town. It had grocery stores and parks and an ice cream parlor and a pet shop. Kids were born, kids went to school, kids grew up. Some of those kids, when they became adults, moved off to other places. Many stayed and had kids of their own, and those kids went to school and grew up, and some of them moved and some of them stayed. Throughout the years, some things about the town, the number of stoplights, the size of the public pool, changed. And other things, the names of the streets, the location of town hall, stayed the same. But there is at least one thing about Gap Bend that wasn't like anywhere else. Every second Saturday in June, the Gap Bend Preservation Society transformed the local public school into a wonderland of festivities in order to celebrate a specific year from history. 3 years ago, at the 1975 Time Hop, everyone scarfed down Pop Rocks and peppermint patties while watching Jaws and celebrating Wheel of Fortune with actual cash prizes. When they celebrated 1886 last year, the Junior History Club put on an elaborate reenactment of President Cleveland's White House wedding, and afterward, everyone headed outside to sip Coca-Cola and snack on California oranges while making the trek up the half-sized recreation of the Statue of Liberty. The Time Hop was a day-long blowout with everything from a one-act play written and acted by a student volunteer committee to an epoch fashion show open to anyone who wanted to participate. But just one day at the end of spring, Gap Bend, Pennsylvania was, without a doubt, the most magical place on this planet. So, when she received the flyer in the mail, 12-year-old McKinley O'Dare was mostly concerned with the fabulous costume she might create. This would be her first time sewing her very own outfit for the fashion show, so she was delighted to learn that this year's theme was 1993, a true fashion lover's goldmine. Oversized flannel shirts, teeny tiny crop tops, and lots of denim. It also happened to be the year that McKinley's dad was in 6th grade, the same grade that she attended now in 2018. But at the time, that didn't seem to McKinley like anything more than an uncanny coincidence. What McKinley didn't know, what almost no one knew, except for those who had to learn the hard way, was that much more happened on the day of the Time Hop than a simple party. There was something else that happened too, something much bigger, something almost unbelievable. McKinley wouldn't have believed it if someone else had told her about it beforehand. But that was the thing, of course. No one told her. Those who didn't know couldn't, and those who did chose not to. And so, 12-year-old McKinley O'Dare headed into that June day with absolutely no idea about the things in which her world was about to change forever. So friends, that is the prologue of Rewind by Lisa Graff. If you'd like to check it out, this book is funny, there is adventure, there's time traveling, and this book is definitely all that and a bag of chips. So if you'd like to check it out, come to the children's department, we can show you where it is, or just give us a call and we can put it on hold for you. Bye friends.